From the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
24 degrees at 6:05. Good evening, I'm Jonathan Dent. A Bay City woman was recognized at a special event yesterday for saving the life of a fellow employee. 19-year-old Lillian Flanders is credited with using CPR to save the life of Rusty Publo at the Doubletree Hotel in Bay City on December 27th. Reports indicate that Publo was speaking with his wife on the phone when she realized he might be having a medical issue. She called the hotel with staff contacting Flanders. She found Publo slumped over his desk and quickly began to administer CPR until paramedics arrived, keeping him stable. Flanders was presented with a life-saving award yesterday by Bay County Executive Jim Barsha and received several gifts as well. A Saginaw man is charged with several felonies after allegedly stealing a police vehicle and leading officers on a chase. Police say that on February 13th, 20-year-old Christian Blumlein was stopped by a Carlton Township officer and placed in the back seat of a patrol vehicle. He managed to get behind the wheel of the car. Police say Blumlein fled the scene in the patrol car with its lights and sirens activated. Other agencies pursued the vehicle and boxed it in at a Saginaw Township motel parking lot. However, police say Blumlein rammed a Zilwaukee police vehicle, injuring the officer inside. Blumlein is charged with unlawfully driving away a motor vehicle, felonious assault, third-degree fleeing police, assaulting, resisting, or obstructing police, and malicious destruction of police or fire department property. He's being held in the Saginaw County Jail on an $80,000 bond. Consumers Energy is planning an intentional power outage for the city of Midland this Sunday. The outage will take place from midnight to 4 o'clock a.m. between Letts, South Flajole, Eastman, and Wackerly roads. Nearly 3,800 customers are expected to be affected. Consumers says the outage is required to conduct routine maintenance on behalf of ITC, an independent entity that operates high-voltage transmission lines in the region. WSGW News Time is 6:07. The weather forecast is coming up.
Check out the WSGW Sports Broadcast page on WSGW.com. Want to know when and which WSGW station you can hear the Tigers, Red Wings, Michigan football and basketball, Saginaw Spirit hockey, and SVSU football? Click on the Sports Broadcast box on WSGW.com.
WSGW News Time is 6:08. A 70-year-old man from Alpena has been arrested after police say he provided illegal drugs to young girls and forced them to have sex with him. According to Michigan State Police, the investigation began around 2 years ago when an underage victim accused Thomas Arthur Van Duenen of sexual assault. Investigators say that search warrants turned up digital evidence, including countless images and videos, which they believe to have been manufactured by Van Duenen. On Wednesday, an arrest warrant was issued, and Van Duenen was arraigned in 88th District Court Thursday on 1 count of first-degree criminal sexual conduct during a felony, 3 counts of aggravated child sexually abusive activity, 2 counts using a computer to commit a crime, and 1 count accosting and soliciting prostitution. Van Duenen is lodged in the Alpena County Jail on a $1 million bond. A Mount Morris man has been arrested in connection with a fire at a Bridgeport Township hotel and may possibly be responsible for others. A string of arsons have taken place over the past couple of months at 2 hotels. The first was on January 7th when the former Welcome Inn and Suites on Holland Avenue in Buena Vista Township burned to the ground. The next day, one room of the former Days Inn in the 6300 block of Dixie Highway in Bridgeport Township was set on fire, according to fire officials. On February 7th, fires were set in several unconnected rooms at the same Days Inn. Police arrested 18-year-old Andrew Shank, who has been charged with arson on the February 7th fire. However, investigators say he may be responsible for the other fires, plus fires in Mount Morris Township and Flint. He's been released on bond, but must wear a tether. With the tragedy at Michigan State this week, many fundraisers are popping up. President and CEO of the Better Business Bureau for Eastern Michigan and the Upper Peninsula, Melanie Ducanel, has some advice to avoid getting scammed.
Your best start is to go with an organization you know, and you type in the URL if you're donating online.
Ducanel says that you could also go on the website of the organization to make sure it's legitimate. Stay tuned. We've got much more coming up on the Evening Roundup. Once again, I'm Jonathan Dent. Have a great weekend.
The Saginaw Spirit play here.
Now for Savard and McNamara. Another long shot, deflection, save and rebound. They score! Bodie Stewart, first OHL goal!
The Saginaw Spirit continued their 4-game road trip with a stop at the Guelph Storm this Friday night. Join Dylan Clark and Dennis Drozier for all the action beginning at 7:15 p.m. on 100.5 FM News Radio WSGW. The Spirit are back home on February 24th and 25th. Visit SaginawSpirit.com for ticket info.
It's Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
Markets ended the week mixed. Investors digested economic news. In New York, the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed higher, while both the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 closed down. Stocks of local interest are mixed. AT&T 1944 up 18. CMS Energy 61.97 up $1. Dow 58.13 down 55. DuPont 75.08. That one is down 39. Corteva 61.81 down 94. HP 30.16 down 11. Huntington Bank 15.40 up 6. Independent Bank 22.84 up 33. Lumen Technologies 3.93 up 9. Home Depot 317.95 down 329. Walmart 146.44 up 217. GM 43.17 up 7. Trinzio 26.35 down 55, and the price of a barrel of oil split by $2.21, closing at 76.66 per barrel. This is Steve Anderson from Baird in Saginaw and Midland, wishing everyone a great night and even greater returns and a wonderful weekend. The Business Final now continues with the Fox Business Report.
The greatest threat to our future is our national debt.
Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right?
We got unanimity.
News coverage.
A balloon over U.S. airspace.
I ordered the Pentagon to shoot it down.
Not believing much from President Biden.
News coverage.
The horrible earthquake in Turkey.
Has Joe Biden ever called Twitter to take down?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Dozens of whistleblowers, FBI agents coming to us.
Wasting taxpayer dollars on a fishing expedition.
News coverage on WSGW.
Good evening. This is the WSGW Farm Final for Friday, February the 17th, 2023. I'm Terry Henney. In Chicago today, trading in a very narrow range, mostly to the positive side, but a number of contracts finished unchanged at the end of trade today. As far as our weather goes, after a rather nasty start to the morning hours, things improved, not so much with the temperatures as it did plenty of sunshine, and sunshine helps every day. Looks like we're going to get a little bit more of that as we move into the weekend, and temperatures definitely warmer. We're looking at a good 15 degrees warmer as we move into the day tomorrow. We'll take a look at that weather forecast in a moment, but back to those closing prices. Over in Frankenmuth, as well as Cass City Rapson, the wheat finishing unchanged. White wheat at 7 1/4, the red wheat at 6.75, new crop unchanged at 7.56 for the white wheat, new crop red at 7.06. Corn up a couple at 6.23 in Cass City as well as Frankenmuth. The new crop up 3 at 5.36. Soybeans unchanged in Frankenmuth 14.52. The new crop up 2 cents at 13.21. Over in the Thumb area 14.47 on the nearby soys. The new crop at 13.16. Looking for a low tonight down in the teens, about 18 degrees. And then after midnight, that temperature is going to begin to warm up. Partly cloudy skies tonight. During the day tomorrow, mostly sunny till later in the day. Clouds will be moving in. Looking for high temperature tomorrow of right around 40 degrees, a low of 30. During the day on Sunday, more in the way of clouds, warmer still, 43 for a high and only 32 for a low on Sunday night. Throughout the period, throughout the weekend, we'll have those strong gusty winds coming out of the southwest. Tomorrow, we'll see the wind gusts upwards of 30, 35 miles per hour. And on Sunday, we'll still have some wind gusts right around 25 miles per hour. During the day on Monday, mostly cloudy skies, high temperatures close to 40 degrees. And on Monday night, a weak system will be moving through. We'll have a chance of some snow, temperature right around 32. On Tuesday, partly cloudy, a little bit of rain, snow mix early in the morning, 40 degrees for a high on Tuesday. Middle 20s for a low on Tuesday night. After midnight, another system will be approaching. And during the day on Wednesday, we're going to be looking at snow showers in the afternoon on Wednesday. Upper 30s for a high, upper 20s for a low. It'll be carrying over into Thursday with high temperatures of 38. That's it for closing prices this evening. Join us on Monday for the early morning edition at 5:30 and your first look at the markets at 11:40 on WSGW.
WSGW. Your source for local news and information in the Great Lakes Bay region. 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.